Kat Iniba, and thank you so much for tuning into Halo Halo, where we give you the latest in entertainment news, lifestyle features, and community events, and also the show that aims to spotlight our very own talent. And talent is joining us today. Singer-songwriter Chrizle has released her debut album, and she's here to give us a little bit more info and behind-the-scenes look, and also performance. Welcome, Chrizle.
Thank you, Kat. Good to be here.
Welcome back, I should say. It's been several years since the last
4.5 years.
4 or 5 years. Yeah. Time flies.
Crazy. So much has happened.
Yes. Congratulations, your debut album, Chrizle Chrizle. So tell me a little bit more about the album and how it came into fruition.
Well, it's my birthday in a couple days.
Yes.
And I'm turning 30. So my goal was to release an album by the time I was 30.
Yes.
I've just absolutely been involved in music and my whole life that I just wanted to say, okay, by a certain age, I should do something with it. And I mean, I'm just completely surrounded by it.
Yeah.
I naturally have like abilities that my mom has taught me, and so I'm like, okay, I'll do something, and here it is.
That was a check off on your bucket list.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Now, it took how many years or a year to create the album?
Yeah, it took about a few months of me writing it out, like maybe about 6 months or so, and then I finally met with the producer last March, and we sat down together for about 2 weeks. We were in the studio, had some friends come out and play on the album, and did all the stuff that I needed to work on with the art, and it was really fun. And so a year later, here it is.
Now, you mentioned producer. Are you talking about Jesse Barrera?
I am.
Yeah. Everybody works with Jesse Barrera. Yeah, right? How did you two meet?
We actually have the same birthday, so that's awesome. But we're also just really good friends through a bunch of other mutual friends. So we met maybe about like 7 years ago, and been talking about one day collaborating. And so finally, years later, here we did.
So did you have to go to San Diego? You did.
Yeah.
And you wrote. Did you guys write the songs together, or was it all?
No, most of it I wrote already previous to getting there, but there were a few things that we wrote together. He did so much of just like the style and the feel, but he really did a lot of what I asked, which is awesome. He's so creative, and it's so fun working with him. So.
For you, is it the lyrics that come first, or is it the music that you hear?
It can be both. So it depends what song. I mean, my first song on the album, it was lyrics. It was more just an intro, saying a few lines to my family and friends. So it was really just kind of special in that sense. And then through that, with those words, then I put it to music.
Talk about the sound on your album, because I know when we first met, you were very folksy, kind of bluesy, soulful too. Is it the same thing with this album?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix. I mean, I first met you writing on an acoustic guitar, but most of these songs I wrote on keys, and the one I'm going to play for you today, though, is one I played and wrote on an acoustic guitar. But the sound is a lot of like beat-driven, some experimental sounds that me and Jesse came up with. It's a lot of influence from like me growing up in the 90s, and so that was really fun to be able to bring that in, and the whole breakdance hip-hop scene, so there's some dance beats.
Ooh, I like it.
It's super fun.
So very funky, very fun, different actually. Which song is this?
That specific song is called Again.
Again. What is it about?
It was actually funny. Me and my sister were just kind of going back and forth about where we wanted to eat. And so this line was like, I don't know, we kind of argued about something, and I was like, I know what I said when I said what I said. And then that just like spit out a bunch of other words with it, and it was like, oh, this is really fun. And then I was like, I really like that line.
I know you've been writing for a while, but does it always surprise you how you get your lyrics, or what inspires you?
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's just a conversation between you and your sister. How often does that happen?
I know, it's really remarkable, actually. I think it's cool because I like that what I write about is a lot of just kind of like everyday situations, and nothing too much where it's heartbreaking or anything like that. luckily I haven't had my heart broken, and so I actually just got married.
Yes.
So hopefully that never happens.
You've had a busy several years. Congratulations.
I'm like, oh, but the songs are just fun, and they're more easy listening and feel good, and so.
Yeah. Was there a theme that you had come up with when you were working on the album, or it was just whatever you felt at that time?
Well, for about 6 months, I told myself every week I had to write a new song. And so I just kind of chose the songs from those 6 months that really matched each other.
Yeah.
So the theme, I guess, is more just like the style and that I felt that me and Jesse together could work on. And so it's just kind of funky. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear you perform.
Thank you.
Now, your album is available on digital download, and they can also get physical copies. Where do we go?
Well, Chrizle.com will be having physical copies available, and on iTunes and Spotify, and right now it's on Bandcamp, so you would just put chrizle.bandcamp.com.
Okay, thank you so much, Chrizle. We're going to take a quick break, but I can't wait for you to perform.
Awesome, thank you, Kat.
Again, for more information on Chrizle and to grab a copy of her debut album, make sure to head to her website that you see on the screen. Don't go anywhere because Chrizle performs when we return.